What's going on, Smitties? It is Patrick here, and today, guys, I'm bringing you a video talking about why I love Mob of the Dead. Now, this is a response to Two Pro For You Games video titled Why I Hate Mob of the Dead. For some reason, Adam thinks that Mob of the Dead is one of the worst maps in Zombies history, and I thought I'd make this video telling why poor Adam is wrong, and probably why a lot of you guys also are wrong. So if you want to check out the video that he's talking about why he doesn't think it's a good map, you can check that out in the link in the description, but let's get into this. So the first point that he made was that he doesn't really like the colors in the map. And, he said they're kind of depressing, they're dull, and I will agree with that. I will say that, yes, the colors in Mob of the Dead are definitely not vibrant. They're not like up on the rooftop on Die Rise, nice and good looking. But this is the difference. A lot of zombie maps are like this. They're really gray, brown, dark green, black, ugly colors that really do kind of depress you. But let's be honest, this is zombies. Zombies has to look kind of depressing most of the time, or else it's gonna be like, what is this, a fun house or something? So it's gotta look kind of down. The difference with Mob of the Dead is that it's one of the few maps that does look depressing, but still manages to look nice. Like when you're down in the docks, I think it looks great. It looks really, really clear. You're through the tunnels. Everything just looks nice. It's not happy and uplifting colors, but the colors that they use, they manage to make it look better than the average dark map. Like Transit, those colors are awful. It's all cloudy and gross. Buried, another map that I don't think has very good colors. Thinking back to like older maps like Verrucht, maybe like Moon, like all just not good colors, and they don't look nice. The difference with Mob of the Dead, at least, is that they somehow manage to make everything look really sharp, and it's better than the average bad looking map is what I'll say. Another point that he made is that he doesn't like how it's so close quarters. And this is a problem for a lot of people. They prefer to be out in the open, sort of in a big field or something like that. And I personally think that the close quarters is nice. Now, this is one of the most close quarter maps of all time, definitely for Black Ops 2. And I like it. I think that it provides a challenge and it keeps you on your toes. Whereas with some of the smaller or the bigger maps, you're kind of like going everywhere. And for me, it makes more room for error because I take it so much more seriously because everything's closer. Also, it's really not as hard as it looks. So it kind of makes you look like a better player once you get the hang of it. I find it's really hard starting off learning it, but then you get it and it's just really, really not that hard at all. So I like the close quartersness. I think it switches things up because a lot of maps like Die Rise and Transit tended to be really open, and then this kind of was like, nope, we're going to make it close quarters, but it's not so close that it makes it hard. It's more just every step you take counts, but it's easy to make the right steps is how I'd describe that. Another thing that he talked about was the tediousness of doing everything. Big problem for a lot of people on this map. Got to build the plane, got to build the Hell's Retriever, all that crap. It does take a while, I will admit. But let's look at all the other maps in Black Ops 2. Transit, you got to go around that bus like at least 2 times. You got to build the Pack-a-Punch, which is just a hassle and a half. Got to do a lot of things that take a long time. Let's look at Die Rise. You got to be waiting for those elevators sometimes. It's way up. It's going up and you have to go up. So you got to wait for a whole cycle of it to go. Let's look at Origins. You got to build those staffs. Man, that takes forever. My point is that a lot of maps in zombies are tedious. And I think Mob of the Dead does the tediousness well because they make it that you have to use a lot of teamwork. And I think that's something that they don't do well in zombies. They make it oftentimes like, all right, get your stuff, and then everyone as a team can all go into separate areas of the map and train, and that's how you get to a high round. Whereas with Mob of the Dead, you have to be coordinating. Like, all right, guys, this round, someone has to go get this part, and then this round, someone has to go get this part. We have to do this, and let's try to get the plane done by round 10 or so. That's teamwork, and I really like that about Mob of the Dead. Now, if you're playing it like 10 times a day, yeah, it's going to get annoying as crap because you have to keep doing it. But if you just log on once and play it, it really is a lot better than having to wait for some of the bad maps regarding tediousness. Another point he made was Brutus. Brutus is a bitch. I absolutely agree with you, Adam. He's so annoying and just honestly an awful boss. The only boss I hate more than Brutus is debatably George. and the Panzersoldat by far, because the Panzersoldat's pretty much just Brutus with a flamethrower and a giant claw that is like instant death. Another point he made is Afterlife, which is, he says Afterlife is too easy. And I gotta say, in some regards, I like Afterlife. I like how you can visit different parts of the map when you're in it. I think that's really cool. But I think it does kind of make the map a little bit too easy. However, when you go down once in Afterlife, it's oftentimes you go down more than once. And if that was the same case with Quick Revive, I think it would make it too hard, because pretty much it's like if you go down once, you're going to go down again because the zombies don't go far enough away and you just don't have time. It's too close quarters to kind of pick yourself up. And the last point he made was perks. Now, I kind of wish that they had put more perks in the map. I think that only having 5 plus the Afterlife makes it kind of lame. They should have put maybe Mule Kick in, maybe PhD. I mean in actual survival, not in grief. Something they should have added more than 5, because you're gonna have 4 of the 5 perks. It's just kind of boring. And he says that Electric Cherry isn't a good map, and I personally think that a good perk. I personally think that Electric Cherry is one of the best perks of all time, and here's why. With a normal gun, it's really not that great. It's okay, but it is part of the best setup in zombies history. So the best setup in zombies history, if you don't know, is basically what I have right now: the Vitrolic Withering, with Jug, a shield, sleight of hand, and Electric Cherry. Why is it so good? Well, all right, so you have a lot of health. Jug plus the shield basically means you can hit like 15 to 20 times as long as it's to your back, and you're going to be still up. Electric Cherry with the Vitrolic Withering and sleight of hand. You shoot it, all 3 go out, really, really fast reload, boom, electric goes out. Do it, repeat it. It works so well when you get trapped in corners. You can just spam it, and pretty much you never ever are gonna go down. Other than that, though, cool things they added to Mob of the Dead. I mean, the Hell's Retriever is probably my favorite idea ever in zombies history. And that's pretty much it, guys. I think that this is a really, really awesome map, and probably one of the best for Black Ops 2. I'd say either that or Origins. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you could drop a like, that would be most appreciative. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.